Plan your day with the East Tennessee Weather app. From video forecast weather updates to an interactive radar giving you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to day part, 7 days, current conditions, access to the only 24-hour weather channel right here in East Tennessee, live weather cameras, and severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service. Download the app today to always stay in the know. This is East Tennessee Weather, weather when you want it. All right, my friends, thanks for checking in with your evening weather update. We sure hope you're having a great day. Some of you have been seeing snow pretty much all day long. The atmosphere is primed, and today is a perfect example of that. We've got a lot to talk about here this evening, so let's go ahead and get to work. I wanted to start you off first things first with the almanac. Well, we just never made it out of the 20s. Chattanooga made it into the mid-30s, but Knoxville only 29 degrees, 27 Tri-Cities, and Crossville a cold 23 degrees. We've had the clouds in place, we've had the snow showers, and I talked about that this morning. I knew the clouds were going to be pesky and probably wouldn't go anywhere. I knew these snow showers were going to be hanging out with us, and we talked about that if you joined me on my morning broadcast. And so that kept our temperatures. And I even said that this morning. I said, listen, if we don't get any clearing at all, if we continue with these snow showers, we're just not going to warm into the 30s. You can see where the snow continues to fall across upper East Tennessee, so do travel safely. As the sun goes down, the roads are going to get icy. And if you've seen snow today in these areas, as the sun goes down, if we continue to get a little bit more, icy roads as we get started on our Thursday morning. All right, here we go. Time to prepare for a snowy weekend. Snow starts mid-morning on Friday. It's sunrise to noon. I'll break it down here in a second. It's going to be quick, but it will snow hard for some of us. Big flakes, wet, heavy snow initially, starts to dry out as the afternoon progresses. Winter storm watch. Winter storm watch has been issued by the National Weather Service. This runs until 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Watches, warnings, and advisories across the entire state. A winter storm watch means we're watching. Tomorrow, they'll probably upgrade that to a winter storm warning or a winter weather advisory. So we'll see what they do with that. And the National Weather Service says that. All right, here's our storm system coming in. It's timing out. This is a 3-kilometer high-resolution forecast model. So now we're in our high-resolution forecast models, so we're going to get a better idea on how these are all playing out. And there are some changes. So let's go ahead and talk about it. 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe some light snow showers across Chattanooga, but the atmosphere is dry. So the initial onset's going to be slow going, but then it's going to crank up and work its way from southwest to northeast across Tennessee. By noon, we're getting rain, okay? But notice a little bit of green showing up in there. Watch this. This lifts northward, maybe some freezing rain across the mountain counties, southern valley. So less snowfall potentially across the southern mountains and the mountain counties, and it's going to be all out of here as we get closer to about midnight on Friday night. It's not going to last long, 12 to 18 hours. That should be about the extent of it, I think. So yeah, tough travel conditions. Thursday through Sunday as a major winter storm moves its way on through from Texas, Arkansas, across the entire state of Tennessee. So conditions will deteriorate along Interstate 40 on Thursday night and through our Friday. And we're starting talking about some freezing rain. So a wintry mess Friday, Saturday, and Sunday across the entire region. All right, I know you've been wanting this. I've showed you some snowfall totals. I've fine-tuned these just a little bit more, added a few more locations, and I'm going to explain a couple things here, so stick with me. All right, so I think generally speaking, I've said this for the last couple of days, I'm very conservative as a meteorologist. And on Tuesday, when everybody else is coming out with these big snowfall totals, and you guys are asking me questions saying, why aren't you coming out with these big snowfall totals? Everybody else is. Because I was like, it's only Tuesday. We have 3 whole days to figure this out. And things have changed. Sure, I updated my snowfall totals this morning, 2 to 4, maybe 3 to 5 across, 3 to 6 across the northern plateau. Some of those higher elevations will see the highest the amounts. And don't concentrate on the specifics. Listen, if you get 1.5 inches, am I wrong? No, not wrong. If you get 5.5 inches, am I wrong? No, not technically. Listen, we're getting snow, okay? But some of us may get some freezing rain, and also some of us may get just a little bit of rain across the Southern Valley. All right. And we're going to bring you to the local level tomorrow morning, so make sure you tune in. I'll have a live weather update at 7 o'clock in the morning, and of course, East Tennessee weather platforms updated by 6 a.m. So 8 a.m. to noon, the snow comes up the Southern Valley. So Crossville, Rockwood, Tellico Plain, Saudi Daisy, Whitwell, Chattanooga. Between 10 and 3, it works its way into the Central Valley, the Northern Plateau, and the Northern Valley. And then from basically noon to 4, it's swinging its way to the Northeast. These are start times, by the way. This is not the whole event, okay? It's not like the event's going to be done by noon across the Southern Valley. So that's the story, the timing, the duration. It's not going to last long, but the impacts are definitely going to be felt as we head through our Friday. So we want you to stay on top of the latest weather forecasts every single day, and you can do so easily with the East Tennessee Weather app. As I mentioned, I wanted to explain something here for a second. Total liquid precipitation. If we take all the snowfall and melt it down, this is how much moisture we'd see, right? Just as if it were to rain, and we'd say, hey, we're going to get 67/100ths of an inch of rain in Oak Ridge. But I posted a lot more on this on social media, and I really explained it in more detail. So go check out Mike Witcher TV Facebook page or the East Tennessee Weather Facebook page. But the general idea is, notice how precipitation amounts, liquid precipitation is less across the mountains in the Southern Valley. Okay? That's that little bit of a warm nose that may be coming on through. That may switch over to a little bit of freezing rain or some light rain showers. Plus some downsloping across the mountains. So if we get a downsloping wind, that's a warming, compressing wind, that shuts off precipitation chances across the mountain counties. So that may happen. Something to keep in mind. You may not get as much snow across the mountain counties like the last storm a year ago. Remember that? You had that warm nose come right up the mountain counties. I don't think it's going to come too far north, and so all this is going to be in the form of snow, depending on how far north that low goes and how far north the warm nose goes. But generally speaking, if you did a 10-to-1 ratio on this, you're looking at 6.3 inches of snowfall in Knoxville, 5.4 in Maryville. But does it actually come out to play out that way? Not necessarily. But just kind of food for thought as we progress into our Friday. Temperatures, it's staying chilly and below average. Highs will stay in the 30s for the most part, lows in the teens and 20s. So a bone-chilling forecast is on the way, and it's probably going to stay that way. Really, to be honest with you, all the way through the latter part of the month, the Climate Prediction Center is still predicting the possibility of below-average temperatures. So we sure hope you have a great night, I should say. Make sure you check back in tomorrow morning and through the day tomorrow. We'll continue to fine-tune this forecast. Watch what you see on social media. Watch what you share, I should say, on social media. Come to a trusted source. And again, hopefully, you have the East Tennessee Weather app. Have a great night. Plan your day with the East Tennessee Weather app. From video forecast weather updates to an interactive radar giving you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to day part, 7 days, current conditions, access to the only 24-hour weather channel right here in East Tennessee, live weather cameras, and severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service. Download the app today to always stay in the know. This is East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it.